convinced that I've told you about this. I'm fairly convinced he had CTE.
You think so?
Yeah, because the other thing also was that around the time when his mental health was going downward and he got addicted to drugs was he said like he found out he had ADHD and that like his ability to focus was getting a lot worse, which is one of the symptoms of CTE is inability to concentrate.
See,
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It took me like fucking 20 times hearing it to actually pronounce it.
You can get CTE without getting hit.
You shouldn't. What happens, from what I remember, is that every time you get hit, and not just a concussion, just those mini hits, like when playing football, releases something called tau proteins in your brain, and this is not the most scientific way of explaining it, but it breaks down the connections of neurons in your brain. From what I remember, it fucks you up. It fucks you up. Let's just put it that way.
CTE. So, how did Jonathan get CTE?
He played football growing up, and one of his best friends told me that he would keep playing even after having concussions, which is really bad.
What position?
He played all kinds. I know he played middle linebacker. He probably did other shit too. He was a hard hitter too, but if you're a hard hitter, you're also getting a bit of impact too.
How tall was he?
He was like 5'10". So like imagine like a little bit more of like a huskier version than me, and a little bit bigger or a little bit taller.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, he must have been playing hard then.
He played since he was a kid. He also did martial arts. He played rugby in college too.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
There's that too.
There's no protection in that one.
Right. And back then, like the knowledge of CTE just wasn't that known. Some good news is I talked to you about this. Stanford, they did some studies on CTE or traumatic brain injuries with veterans by giving them ibogaine, and I saw basically an Instagram post of a professor giving a presentation of this. I don't think you can find like a National Institute of Health study because I think they're still like getting ready to publish it, but from the presentation that the professor gave. Basically, ibogaine reverses the aging of the brain by 1.3 years, but from one flood dose.
It matures you.
It's basically like the Benjamin Buttons of medicine. It's one of the reasons like people with CTE, they seem like they have like a serious version of Alzheimer's or dementia.
Oh, yeah.
And so basically, like that's one of the reasons like ibogaine helps like veterans that have like traumatic brain injuries is like when you have like CTE, it's like your brain is also like aging way too fucking quickly.
Yeah.
And so the ibogaine helps reverse that. I'm just wondering like what happened to me because I took it before I'm 25. I took it when I'm 23, so it did make my brain like I know it does create more white matter in the brain, so maybe it just made my brain develop a little bit more quickly. I don't know.
Do you think you really changed after it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fucking
because I remember you were in a different headspace going in.
Yeah.
I remember you coming back. That was wild.
Yeah, that shit is like really intense. I don't necessarily recommend it for people. Like, do not go fucking do ibogaine because some girl fucking, rejected you to go out on like some date or some shit. Like, this is some serious shit.
Holy fuck! I didn't know. I didn't remember that part.
What do you mean?
What you just said? You went because a girl fucking...
No!
Oh. Well, that's... You implied. Like,
I'm making a hypothetical
I thought you were talking about you.
No!
I was like...
What the fuck? No!
I thought you were talking about you.
I'm not paying $3,000 for that shit.
You could have just talked to me about it. Like,
no.
I'm free, bro. Like...
I'm speaking hypothetically for somebody else that might be interested in it. Don't take that shit because you feel a little sad, okay? Okay? Jesus Christ.
Like, it got personal. Like, I thought you were talking about you. But yeah, I hear you. Dude, I sold... When I was working carpet cleaning, I was also a salesman, right? So, you can convince them to buy this thing called the OICG, 1 year clean guarantee. You get 3 visits throughout the year. anytime after the first payment, after your first visit, and then you buy it, you get 3 more. This is how you know I didn't sell that many, because I can't even explain it right now.
Yeah,
Okay? I don't know how I sold them at all, but I can't even get through it right now. But I sold those motherfuckers. I made a lot of money doing that. And dude, I sold an OICG to a lady with Alzheimer's or dementia, the one where you like. So I didn't know she had dementia. I'd never seen dementia in my life. It was in Seattle, right? Like, kind of like South Seattle, and black neighborhood. Old fashioned black people. They still wearing those like caps and shit. Like just
Damn.
like chilling on their porch, like young man.
They got a fucking tobacco pipe with them.
Yeah. I'm talking like this kind of neighborhood, right? The gentrified neighborhood. The lady opens the door. It's an older lady. Fucking, she lets me in. She keeps saying, "What's my name?" Asking me my name, and I was like, "Oh, it's Aaron," And I was just trying to be nice, but she just kept saying that and saying that,
Oh,
and after I cleaned the house, she loved it, right? And she bought the OICG, right? But she kept like repeating like questions and words, and I was like, I called one of my homies. I was like, dude, you never guess what happened. Like, I sold this OICG, but this lady's like crazy. I kind of feel bad. And then I get back to the shop at the end of the day, and they ask me, Aaron, did you sell an OICG to a lady with dementia with no pants on? And I said, what? Oh, what do you mean dementia? She had pants on? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
wait. So like, where did the no pants part fucking come?
That's what I'm saying. They just casually like slid that in. I was like, she was wearing pants the entire time. Like,
Why do they say that she wasn't wearing
because
pants?
she got dementia, bro. She didn't even remember she had pants on.
So like, wait, did she like come to them in person without pants or some
her
shit?
daughter called. Her daughter called.
What the fuck did she say?
She told them, the kids told their mom, that this fucking Asian kid fucking sold them an OICG. And guess what? They already had an OICG sold to them. So they refunded what I sold. I didn't even make any money off that. It was my first OICG too. It was fucked up. They fucking scammed me, bro. I put like so much work into that house. Bro, and they fucking Jewed me so hard, bro. They told me she had I didn't know what dementia was. She had pants on, bro. She had pants on. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. And they just laughed at me, my fucking boss. Oh my God. He was just like, Aaron, great job on selling the OICG, but we have to refund it. So keep going on. Keep making progress. I was like, what the fuck? It was fucked up. Bro, I didn't know that's what dementia was. Like, those are the symptoms and the signs of dementia.